Hello, this is Manish Patel from the EII Capital Group. This is January 25th, 2010. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the currencies Forex market. Before we begin, just got back from vacation, so our video should be released on time now, starting this Sunday. This is a disclaimer to state this is for educational use. All charts are either in Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or freestockcharts.com. Here are my contact details, so you can find me at mpatel@eiicapital.com, or you can follow us at Ichimoku Trading on Twitter, and we'll be releasing the Facebook URL very soon too. Okay, so let's go straight to the heat map. Let's go find the heat map. So here's our heat map. If you don't know what our heat map is, you go to our website and you can see it there. We're basically looking at D0, which is a current daily rating, and then W0 for the weekly rating. We're looking for 5, 6, 7, and 8 for the daily, and then also the same thing for the weekly to match up for opportunities for bullish, and then negative 5, 6, 7, and 8 for the bearish side. Okay, so if you look here for the Euro USD, you could see that on the daily it went from -1 to 5, so it looks like it's doing a bullish upward movement. The weekly really hasn't changed that much either, so it's going to be interesting to see this one, but the weekly is kind of on borderline too, so this one's definitely one that we're going to look at there. There's nothing on the pound USD, New Zealand USD, there's nothing there. There's nothing Australia, New Zealand there. If you look here on the US CAD, it was bearish. Now it looks like it's strengthening there. So it looks like it's in counter trend mode there. If you look here in the US FTSE, US FTSE really hasn't changed in the weekly at all, and it got weaker there. So it looks like it's just maybe double bottom there, but we'll definitely look at the US FTSE too. Here we'll look at US yen, but doesn't really look like anything there. But we'll look at that one there. If you scroll down, let's look at FTSE yen. That looks really good. Look at that. That went to 4 to 5, and the weekly is bullish too. So that's definitely one to look at there. So look at the FTSE yen, and then if we keep on scrolling down, this went from 1 to -8. So we'll look at Australian FTSE, and then if you look here, we'll look at pound FTSE. So it seems like a lot of FTSE pairs we need to look at. That seems like the driving force behind everything right now. So let's go and flip to our charts. Let's go look at Euro USD first before we begin at everything. Remember, on the on the left-hand side, this is a daily chart. On the right-hand side, this is the weekly chart. So before we start looking at the FTSE pairs, let's look at Euro USD. That was one we're definitely going to check out. If you look at the weekly, last week we finally closed above the clouds, so the sentiment's finally bullish. Doesn't mean we're trending yet, because we look at the Tinkinson-Cajunson relationship that's inverted, so we're not trending yet. However, one little pullback right now on the weekly, and then sit there and break this pivot here, we could sit there and enter a bullish trend on a weekly, so we got to look for that now. If you look at the daily, the daily future cloud's flipping. However, we're right now above the cloud, but the Tinkinson-Cajunson still have to go for this fake cloud. So we're expecting a pullback or consolidation pattern on the Euro USD for it to occur. If not, if it does have momentum, it's going to keep on going all the way up here to 1.4000. But we're kind of expecting a pullback to occur. We're hoping a pullback to occur to about 34.33, and then this thing take off. So we've got to wait and see what happens on that one. Let's go look at US FTSE. If you look at US FTSE, this is bullish. This is bearish, and it's bearish trending too. It's getting to the bottom of the little consolidation range that is formed, but it is trending now. And if you look at the daily, look at the daily time frame. The Tinkinson-Cajunson still has not flipped. And the Chicago is getting close to price. So this right here, this pattern right now is leading me to believe that this may be a double bottom that may be forming for the weekly time for the US yen. But only time will tell. We gotta wait and see what happens. But right now, from what the charts are telling me, this may be a double bottom for here, where the dollar will get stronger to the FTSE in the next couple of days. But remember, we have to wait for price action to tell us that. Okay. One pair that we needed to look at was FTSE yen. If you look at FTSE yen, the weekly is bullish trending. The only thing you got a little weak is the Shikau's in the cloud, but that's going to come out. And look here on the daily time frame, this looks really good. And if it breaks this level of 87.96, this thing has a potential of going a lot higher and starting a bullish trend to at least get up to here of 88.96, and then possibly coming up here. So this thing looks like it may go in chunks of 100 pips, movements going up, but it may get some momentum moving up. Let's see, the other one was Australian Switzy, I think. If you look at Australian Switzy, well, there's really nothing there because it's consolidating here, consolidating there. Let's go look at US yen. Let's go look at some pairs now. If you look at the US yen, it's bearish. It's bearish trending, believe it or not, because it's below the Tinkinson there. But on the daily time frame, it's basically consolidating between two levels of 83.63 and 81.79. So we gotta wait to see what happens outside those ranges. Let's go look at Australian USD. Australian USD is bullish trending because it's above the cloud, but it is consolidating little here at the top. It's got two levels here that it's just basically consolidating within. It's 98.05 and 1.007. If it breaks the bottom side, then there's potential of going to 95.12. If this breaks the top side, then it definitely has the potential of retesting the highs and possibly breaking through there. So we gotta wait and see what happens on that one. Let's go back to our heat map. I gotta find it. Oh, it's right there. Well, let's go see what else. Pound Switzy. We gotta go look at that one. And we already looked at Switzy yen. And we already looked at US Switzy. And that was it. Believe it or not, there's not many opportunities right now. So let's go look at Pound Switzy. If you look at Pound Switzy, is bearish trending on the weekly time frame and the daily time frame. You can see there's major conflict going on there. So that this really, even though the signals are there, it's a borderline. This thing still has a lot of work to do on the daily. I would probably look at this in the next couple of days to see exactly where it happens. But most likely this thing will consolidate, and eventually it will probably break for this level of 48.50. If it doesn't break for that level, it's going to break for 54.37. So it's ranging between those two levels right now. It's got to break one or the other. If it breaks the top side, this will go up to 55.78. Breaks the bottom side, it's going to go retest the lows. That's it for this week for the Ichimoku weekly video. If you have any questions, please let us know. Have a good week trading. Thank you. And here are my contact details.